What is up? It is Rocky Tiger here, coming at you from the BeyondVanilla server, and it is episode 16. Today, we are doing something at spawn, or technically, we have already done something at spawn, and it involves tearing down the very first build that I remember building on the server this season, and that is the Spawn Inn. It is a lot of nostalgia there from 3 months ago, and it was time for it to come down. We're recruiting some new players to the server, and so I figured that the best thing that I could build in its place would be a welcome center. And so that's what I did, and it's on the other side of the community mine entrance. So let's get to the replay of the teardown and build. Today I decided to take some inspiration from Mumbo Jumbo, who typically likes to commentate when he does any sort of time-lapse video. Looking at this video when I was actually doing some of the editing, it kind of was, well, blank, and it's not exactly the most exciting thing in the world to just see a static time-lapse of me tearing down a building. The Spawn Inn was one of, if not the very first building that I actually built on the BeyondVanilla Season 2 server. I'm not certain whether or not the house, my little bungalow, was first, or if maybe the community mine entrance was. Actually, I don't think I built the community mine entrance. I think I built the enchanting room. So I'm pretty sure the Spawn Inn was the first build that I actually completed. So seeing it come down was a little bit sad, but that's just part of the game. You know, it's not a static game. Once a thing is built, you can always tear it down and put something else in its place. In this case, we're trying to build the server, we're trying to expand the server and get more people interested, and I realized that one of the things that can be the most frustrating for a person who's brand new to a server that's already been established for 3 or so months is that the spawn area is going to be completely stripped out. There's not going to be a whole lot of available resources, and it can be really intimidating to get started on a brand new server when the server itself isn't brand new. So I decided to go ahead and build the Welcome Center as a way for new players to kind of get themselves started early. So iron tools, a full set of iron tools except for a hoe, a set of iron armor, some food, some torches, and a boat, because our spawn is an island. So I figured that a boat would give them the quick ability, without having to try and find some trees to cut down, to run out and start exploring the world and find a good place to settle down. Now, they could always try and settle down using the nether portals to go and explore, but I felt that the boat gives them a better opportunity to go and find some place that's completely different. And that's what I would have my question for you guys today is, when you're joining a new world, or if you've joined a new server that's already been established, what do you find the most intimidating about that new server when there's already lots of builds like we have at our spawn island? And what do you think would make that experience easier to assimilate into a world that's already been created and explored to the extent that ours has? I think that this was a good way of getting people involved, and hopefully a good way of keeping them interested. I've had a couple of servers that I've tried to join in the past where I had no idea where to start because, 1, the world was so massive, 2, there weren't a whole lot of resources readily available, and 3, it just felt like everything was already done. So that's my question to you. What sort of stuff could make joining a server that's already existed easier? We're going to go ahead and finish this time lapse, but leave your comments down below because I'd love to know what you all think. And so here we have it. This is actually one of the more modern builds that I've ever tried to do. Comparing it to my spawn house, I'd say I like this one a lot better. And we'll just take a quick look through. So I have a invisible iron stand, an invisible armor stand right here that's been name tagged. So Welcome Center pops up whichever direction you're looking at it. And we've got some lovely, welcoming, naked, I'm just realizing now, armor stands. Mr. Drowned and Miss Regular Female Playerhead lit up with end rods, and the BeyondVanilla book for the Welcome Center. Basically, these chests are full of starter items for new players to the server, because if you're starting off at spawn, which is an island, there's not a whole lot of resources left deep beneath the ground for any new players to get their hands on. So as you can see, it's pretty full up and relatively small. It's not a very large island that we've got here. It's just where we wanted to set up base. I thought that when I was making the server that a small island would be a great way of trying to get more cohesive or more community-driven sort of builds. So that's what we did, but everything underneath has been completely mined out, which means that anyone who's new to the server is not going to have a very good or easy time getting started. So we have the Welcome Center. So, chests against the wall contain starter sets of gear. You can take one set of gear to get yourself started. Make sure to read the server rules on Discord. If Sheep asks you to join the SSC, don't. It's a cult. He'll say it isn't, but it is. Feel free to set up a shop on the spawn island. Just find an empty area in the biome that fits what you're selling. If you need help setting up a nether portal to your base, just ask, and have fun. And Viking wants me to come finish his build. No. I've got too much of my own base to build. So we've got these chests that are full of starter sets, and we do have a new player who actually has just already taken it. Have I seen your base lately? No, I haven't. Can't remember where it is, because Viking has not set up another portal to his base because he doesn't want people snooping at it, so I don't even know where the darn thing is. Anyways, let's head down this ladder, because in this bottom room we have the bunk room. So again, new players to the server, if they want to, they can sleep the nights away here and store any stuff that they need to store in these chests. It's just an extra little area. The spawn inn I thought was getting absolutely no use whatsoever, but it turns out that some people were using it when they were at spawn to sleep the nights away, because there weren't a whole lot of other places to sleep at spawn other than my beach bungalow. I think that actually might be one of the only other places that actually has a bed in the entire spawn island. So now we have the Welcome Center, and I think it is lovely, lovely little build. But for now, we're going to head off towards Viking's base and go take a look at it and see what it is that he wants to show us. And I think we're headed in the right direction. We are headed west, and I think we've still got another 800 or so blocks to fly, and then we should hit his base, which, yeah, I've seen it like once or twice a while ago and haven't seen it since then. Should be getting close though, I would think. Oh, this is it. Okay. I thought I was... I need a bed. I can't see anything. It's too dark. Holy cow. This is impressive. What am I on? Is this a man-made? It probably is. Knowing Viking, that's probably a man-made structure. Or Viking-made structure. So this is Viking's base. I don't know where anything is. and it looks a little empty, although the actual structure itself is very impressive. It just doesn't look like he's filled it up with anything yet. This is what I really want to see, is what is this structure? Oof. This looks really cool with the chiseled stone bricks. It's supposed to be, you know what this reminds me of? Is it reminds me of Dragon Reach. The last time I was here, I think the only thing that was really built, this area was built, this watchtower was built, and this building, which I think is supposed to be a blacksmith. Yeah, the blacksmith's house was built. All of this is new. Granted, I haven't been here in like a month, and Viking hasn't been online for a week or so, but this is impressive. Woo. Trying to see if I can actually get into the towers. Yes, of course I can. Although these stairs, dude, these stairs look a little dangerous here. I'm gonna fall, and I'm gonna die, and I'm gonna lose all my stuff, and I can't even get to the top of the tower. Now, that's... Come on, man. Gotta finish these now. I'm kidding. This is huge. This is really massive compared to everything at my base. This is just huge. Granted, my base is not really going to have any massive structures like this, although there is a plan to build some sort of northern-style temple, but I haven't gotten to that yet. He says it's a lot to work on, which I can understand. That this is a massive project, and there's a bit of empty space below. I'm hearing zombies and skeletons. Sounds a little risky, a little dangerous. He's got a little stable here for horses. Not bad. And this area was cool. If I remember right, somewhere around here is... There was, at least. Yes, a secret exit, at least. I don't know where the entrance is to... I think there's a mob spawner down there. Overall, I really need to get around to doing a world tour so I can show off everyone's bases and try not to crash into them at the same time. And I'm having a whole heck of a lot of Java issues right now. Minecraft has crashed about 4 or 5 times in the last 2 hours, which is a little bit unusual for me. So I think that's where I'm going to end today's episode, is flying in the wrong direction. I need to head this way. I'm going to fly back off towards spawn and start working on what the next project is, which I think is going to be trying to get the line of the BeyondVanilla rail network from the southern station back up to spawn completed. And that's what we're going to do probably next time, maybe next time. I don't usually plan these things out that far in advance. I just kind of do what it is that I feel like doing on that particular day. But if you enjoyed the video, thank you for watching up to this point. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment. If you really loved it, you could go ahead and subscribe. I put out new videos on the BeyondVanilla server every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And thank you all for watching. I will see you all next time.